This is your Did You Know Wednesday. Did you know Wednesday? We're here again. We're here again. So, did you know? Have you ever heard about the Augusta Rule? Augusta Rule. You may have heard, maybe not. Let's quickly look at what is the Augusta Rule and let us think of a strategy to maximize on that rule. So I think it was section 280A of the tax code provides for a certain provision that is regarded or referred to as the Augusta Rule. And essentially it is saying that you are allowed you are allowed to rent out your home, okay, your home for business meetings or any of those, any event functions, etc., for up to 14 days. 14 days in any given year. 14 days in a year. You can rent it for more, but the Augusta Rule is saying that up to 14 days of renting in a year can go unreported, meaning the rental income that you receive for 14 days of renting that room, that home, that whatever, can be unreported. So you rent, you collect, you take it, you don't have to report it as income, and therefore there's no tax implication. Okay, that's the Augusta Rule. 14 days in any given year. And so sometimes, for example, we have our businesses and we rent meeting rooms here, meeting rooms there to have a workshop, a board meeting. You can always have them in your own premises and basically rent it to the business to conduct the meeting and benefit from that Augusta Rule. But the key thing here, though, which is where the strategy comes in. Somebody's calling my phone. Oh my goodness. Now, the key thing here is that if you reside in some of those cities where you have a lot of events, activities, those very, what I call the metropolitan areas, where there's a lot of events, conferences, workshops taking place by a lot of different organizations, then you find that rental rates in those cities are pretty high. So if you know that every summer or every end of year, certain organizations will have, those functions and people will be moving in to your city for those events and need somewhere to rent, then it's best if you ensure that, if you're going to be renting, you capitalize, because at those times, nobody's limiting you or restricting you on what you can charge for rental. So you can really, really rent your place for 14 days in a given year, make quite a significant amount of money depending on where you reside, and do not have to report that as income, and therefore have no tax implication on that. That is it for the Augusta Rule. Did you know? Now you know. Both the Augusta Rule and a little strategy that can be used to maximize the benefits to be derived from that rule. Okay, so save your 14 days and earmark it to those high season times when people are coming for conferences and workshops and symposium, and then you can charge a pretty penny rental and keep 14 days of that as non-reported income, hence not subject to taxes. That's my bit on this Did You Know Wednesday. David saying, see you down the road.